You're watching Space TV, the only platform for sustainability projects, architecture, construction, and engineering. Watch Space TV from Vegas Media.
Power plant in South Wales area. What is important is that in this area there was a drought and the government requested the power plant to find an alternative source, and that's how this entire project came into the concept. The water that the power plant saved is providing now water to 40,000 people in the town. This water was otherwise taken away by the power plant and people were deprived of water. So when you make industries recycle their water or use recycled sewage, you are providing that much fresh water for the people, for drinking, for the farmers, for irrigation. So to us in water treatment community and probably to the people in general, it's a no-brainer that this needs to be done because it's the right thing to do. Now there are some myths around this entire concept. When we talk about desalination, when we talk about sewage recycling, people feel, oh, it's all very high-tech and it's all very expensive. People still carry that impression that desalination means you throw away 90% water. Technology has changed by leaps and bounds in the past few years. Reverse osmosis membranes have become more efficient, pump technology has become more efficient, the costs have gone down. So it's not that expensive anymore. Yes, it's more expensive than the subsidized rates of water at which we are providing water to the people. So today, if sewage recycled water is available at a rate of, let's say, 23, 24 rupees a meter cube, and if there is Narmada water which is available at 15 rupees a meter cube for industry, it's an obvious choice. But it's for the government, the administrators, the bureaucracy to think on how to make this option more and more attractive, either by reducing the cost for the recycling or by rightly pricing the Narmada water. So these are the areas which we can work on. Another myth, private operator who will operate 24/7 water supplies will play with the tariffs and increase the rates and the water prices will go up. My answer to them is always what happened to telecommunication. When telecommunication was privatized, similar fears were being expressed, that it's all privatization, big names are coming in and then they will manipulate the prices and people will have to pay more. We all know how much we are paying for telephones now. What a long distance call used to cost earlier and what it costs now. And how much time we had to wait for a long distance call earlier and how much time we wait now. So privatization is not the bad thing. Competition is not a bad thing. It will bring the best for the people. So this is another thing that I want to talk about. This is my last slide on the presentation. This is a photograph from our own home state, Gujarat. And with this photograph just wanted to say that if at all I came across as more forcing, more aggressive, maybe more critical, then I would take that right in dual capacity. Not only am I representing a water community, but this is my home. So whatever I preach, first I have to practice in my own home. And Gujarat still has a lot of catching up to do when it comes to water management and water capabilities for the people in general are concerned. So with that, the spirits are high. Gujarat has always been the model state for the country. We always say that we set examples. So while there are many forums like this and we almost talk the same thing, the hopes and expectations from forums in Gujarat is always higher because we believe in being the first. So thank you very much.